Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, I thought I'd show you guys sort of how I put together a custom clone. So yeah, let's get it started. Alright, so making your own custom either 12 scale or 6 scale figures. It's not as hard as you think it would be. Unfortunately, you do need to have two things. First, you need to have a 3D printer, and it needs to be a resin 3D printer. You can print armor pieces with PLA, but it's just not worth it, to be honest with you. Resin is really the only way to go, in my opinion. I have printed armor pieces in PLA. Yeah, it's just the print lines. It's just not worth it. Definitely resin. And number two, you need a file. Now I have supported several artists when it comes to the files. I've bought files from Ricky May. This latest set is from Blue Bee Prints on Etsy. I'll put links to everything. Ricky actually has some really good videos on how to do these, and he was the first one that I ever bought files from, and I'm super pleased. I've got a bunch of them over here that I've done with his armor files. But then I found Blue Bee Prints, and there's things that he does with his prints or his files that I really like. Yeah, this is basically you go to Amazon, you buy a figure, and I'll put links to the figures and stuff, and then you got these bodysuits. You can get these from Amazon. So by the time you get to this stage, you've probably got 35 bucks, give or take. The files, that's a one-time purchase. I can't remember what I paid for Blue Bee Prints files. To be honest with you, I'm sorry, I just can't remember. But it's a one-time cost, and once you buy it, and then you've got your printer and your resin cost, but you can just mass produce these things. And one of the things that I'm really getting into here lately is the more modern military stuff. As I dropped his head right there. So when I go to toy conventions and stuff, I'm always keeping my eye out for figures like this. This is a base figure, and it already had the uniform, and I really I dig this. This makes life so much easier for what I want to do when it comes to the modern warrior type stuff. Other things that you can do to go along with it. These actually just came off the printer. These are some T21s. I've not cured them yet, but I mean, look at that. That's wicked cool. And you can do other things. But so what I figured I'd do is I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you how I would take this armor. So in this set, I'll put the camera down and I'll show you everything. Before I build this figure right here, I'm going to take some of the pieces and put them on this modern military figure and see how that works. Let me show you the head real quick, or the helmet. So, I mean, the detail's great. We got the peg right there, the head socket fits perfect on these bodies. Pops right into place. I mean, it holds. So that's a huge plus. I mean, it pops off. So, but anyway, let me get the camera pointed down. I'll show you these pieces, let you see them more up close so you can see the detail and stuff, and then we'll get things started. All right, so this is the complete armor set from Blue Bee. We have the helmet right here. We have the chest piece, and here's the thing that I like about Blue Bee he incorporated the shoulder straps into the print, the file. So this isn't something separate. I really like that. That right there makes things a tad bit easier, I should say. Let's see. We have the bicep pieces right here. We have the elbows. And again, I mean, these things are smooth. I mean, just a little bit of sanding is all you need to do. We have the forearm piece, which this forearm is pretty much blank, but this forearm has the data pad on it. And I do have some support effects right there that I got to clean up. Got a little piece right there, but just a little bit of light sanding is all you got to do. Another thing that I like, let me get through this and I'll come back to this. We have the thigh pieces, very, very well done. We have the knee armor, again, very nice. I'm just going to move this stuff over as I get it. We have the calf shin armor, and one of the things I want to show is the fact that these are not thin prints. There's some meat to them, and that's a really cool thing as well. Then of course we have the boots or shoes, and again you can see the detail, and you just can't get this with PLA printing. And then underneath right there, and again I still have some sanding to do, but it's not that big of a deal. It's very, very light sanding. So let me move these pieces over, and because I want to really, really show you something that I think is really cool when it comes to this particular figure. There's also the back armor right there, very nice. And what I was saying earlier is when you put these together, this just marries up. A little bit of sanding to get the edges square, but I mean that's beautiful right there. That's an amazing thing. But here's what I really wanted to show you. Let me move the body over. So a lot of kits, when you get them, the ab and crotch and the back and butt are a piece, and then you have the belt, and the belt's usually a separate piece you print. What Bluebee did was incorporate all of this into one piece, and to me that is just phenomenal. That is such a good step, because it just takes a lot of the I'm not gonna say the work, but it makes things go a lot smoother. And done the same thing for the back right there. So you have everything there, all the details, the boxes, everything is there. Here's the kicker. He keyed it. We have a slots here, and we have the keys right here. Now, I did have to do a little bit of sanding, and that's okay. But yeah, it basically just keys into these slots, and that to me, as long as you make sure you turn them the right way, I mean that right there, still need a little bit more sanding, but look at that. I mean, that is just perfect. Could not ask for anything better than that right there. And you don't have to do nothing. It's already pre-sliced for you and everything, and basically you just glue it together right there, to where a lot of times with the other kits you have to attach these pieces, and then you come in and attach the belt. This eliminates just like possibly 4 glue points down to 2 glue points, and yeah, voila, right there. Put that there. So when it comes to bodies, this right here is something that I am just hugely excited for. Taking this style of body, the more modern military style, and incorporating it in ways that I personally enjoy. So now that I've got this kit, I know that the shin and calf armor probably will not work because a lot of times these have the high boots like that. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't necessarily need to use it. There is a possibility that I could get the thigh armor on, but again, we got the pockets here. We got these knee pads. I don't care. I'm okay with not having that on it. I'm not worried about the clone boots. We're not really doing a clone. We're doing a hybrid. We're doing a mashup. So some of the things that I would look at is, I didn't show you these. We got shoulder pieces too. First things first, take a look at the chest. The chest itself fits great on there. No worries there. Take a look at the back. So I would basically check it out to see right there. So we can use the chest plate and the back plate. Okay. Now let's look at these pieces. If we wanted to go this route, so we could put that on there. Come back around here and just double check. Make sure the shirt doesn't get in there. So, oh, I got pieces that just finished. So, right there, this will work. All right. So, what I'm going to do, just to give it a overall test fit, I use this small diameter tape. This helps me to basically put things in place temporarily, so I can just get a visual of what it's going to look like. So we'll put that there. I'm going to make sure that's on. We're going to bring it all the way around. And this is very important step for me before I do any kind of gluing. This lets me put all these pieces on and be able to really get a visual. So yeah, right there. That works. That works good. I need to move the camera up a little bit, I think. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. So when I'm looking at the design of it, and this is a first. I've not used these before, so this is completely brand new for me. I'm digging this. There's the back view right there, the front view. All of that works. I really do apologize. I got this camera all out of whack. So from there, I want to look at the chest piece. Now, the beauty of this ab piece right here is it fills in a little bit of the gap. So that way, when you put these pieces on, it has more it actually can utilize. All right, so I think that's going to work. Get another piece of tape. Get that out. Put that right there. So now I can come here, line these two pieces up, bring that over. And it's not going to be perfect. This is just something so I can, like I said, it's a visual. That's all this is. It's just so I can visualize and make sure that what my thought process is will work. And voila, look at there. Boom, boom. So as of right now, we've got that. Shoulders, definitely would use the shoulder armor. There's all kinds of ways you can test fit that. I usually use another piece of this painter's tape. What I normally do is I'll just roll it up, stick it on the inside like that, come over here and pop it on the clothes, make sure I got the it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. But that's one way of doing it. It's not going to stick. Again, I've not tried these shoulders on here, but from a visual, they work just fine. Last but not least, we got the helmet. Pop that on. That's a good fit. So basically, in a nutshell, this is all I would realistically have to do to this figure as far as armor goes to get him up and going and the way I would want it. And that to me is perfect. Now you can just throw in some accessories and things like that. So yeah, that's how I lay out one of these particular figures to see how the armor is going to work. And you know, sorry, but I don't have a head on this one or a helmet, and make them into one of these right here. That was really bad. But anyway, let me get all this stuff off. We'll get the normal body for a clone trooper out, and we'll repeat the process. All right, we're back. Clone trooper. First things first, on this body, it comes with lots of hands and things like that. The one thing I'm still working on is doing hands in some kind of a black resin. Typically what I do with these is just paint them, but I really want to try to start making some that are actually solid black. But for now, that'll work. All right, first things first. Oh, also on these body suits, the pegs for the feet, they're solid. I usually do not cut those out until right at the very end after I have painted everything or I'm getting ready to paint. So first things first, we're going to start with the ab stuff. Again, same principle. Take a piece of tape. And in case you're wondering why I'm using more tape, it's because that other figure still has the tape on it. But same principles. Get it on there. Get the tape in place. Throw the chest on there. Tape's cheap. Tape's cheap. And it's just a staple. Flip him over. Double check right here. And I'm thinking what I may do with this particular armor, I may try something a little different, is actually put a little piece of Velcro in right here on the side so I can spread it apart. I don't know yet. I've been thinking about that. That's on there. I'm going to flip these over it like that. Because what I'll probably do on these is sand them down to make it where it draws it in a little bit more. Shoulders, same principle. Put the shoulders on. Not too worried about that right now. Biceps are next. I usually pull this sleeve down or this bodysuit down as I'm putting these things on. And yep, got that on there. Let's go ahead and throw this side on. Voila. Oops, I need to spin that around to the back. Spin that one around to the back. Perfect. Elbows. Again, holding the suit in place. It does bunch up some, but that's okay. Get the elbows on. Get the forearm pieces. Get that in there. And usually the forearm pieces is the ones that really bunch up quite a bit. As soon as I put this on, I go ahead and peg in the hand. That way it keeps everything in place. Same thing over here. Get the data pad on. Get the hand in place. Boom. Voila. All right, so we're cooking with Crisco now. I'm going to throw a couple pieces of tape on the top just to help secure this a little bit better because it's flopping on me. I don't want it flopping around. And this also gives me another opportunity to really see how everything is fitting and how much I'm gonna have to sand down. But so far, no big deal. All right, boom. Let's get the thighs on, and this is why I love having these like this. I wish the arms were the same way because it makes so much easier to put this stuff on. Okay, then we'll put the, come over here to this leg. Voila. And whoops, voila. Get that up there. Get that there. Boom, boom. And finally, so what I do for the neck, there's actually some really talented people out there. I am not one of them that are sewing their own bodysuits. I have patterns. I've talked to people. I just haven't got good at it yet. So, because Joann's actually has the ribbed material that you see on like the Hot Toys 6 scale troopers, and that's what I'd really love to use is that. But these suits work great. But for the neck area on the suits that they sew, this is actually covered. But what you can do here is use black gaff tape, and that works great to cover that up because once you put the actual helmet on, there's not a lot of skin that shows. But yeah, there you go. There is how I do one of my custom 3D printed clone troopers and modern military troopers. But yeah, anyway, let me get the camera flip back up and we'll come back and I'll show you a closer look. All right, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video just to show you my thought process and what I enjoy when it comes to doing custom 6 scale figures. I actually went ahead and put on the forearm pieces. We taped the shoulders on there, but I mean, that to me is wickedly cool. For me, it may not be for everybody, but I really like this. Another cool thing by doing these type figures is now I can look at paint. I can look at color. I'll do the black primer or a gray primer, but now I can look at the actual color scheme of the uniform, and I can do some matching and things like that when it comes to the figure. But yeah, there's my mashup of clone trooper armor on a modern military figure. So yeah, very cool to me. As far as if you're more want to just do clones, again, shoulder armor right there. I did not tape this on there, but and I did not put the holes yet in the bodysuit. But there you go. There's a clone. Painted up, simple, white paint scheme, little color accents, and you got clone troopers. And all together, I mean, counting, so if we just do some rounding up, if I look at it, and these aren't actual like rock solid prices, but if I round everything up, the cost of printing the armor is minimal. I mean, it's definitely like it's definitely less than $10 to print the resin cost. And then you add rounding everything up, let's say another let's say $50 for the body and the body suit, $10 to print the resin. You're at $60 for a clone trooper, minus paint and stuff. But again, paint you can reuse. That's cost that you can do a bunch of them out of a tube or a bottle of paint. So if I can sit here and make clone troopers for $60, yeah, it beats paying 200 and something for one. Especially if you're army building. If you're army building, this is really the only way to go. But my heart is really into this this here lately. I love this concept. I love this concept so much that I'm really considering doing my own version like this of for cosplay. So yeah, this is pretty cool. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's just a little different. But this is just sort of the way my brain works and the way I enjoy toys and customs and making my own thing. And you can do it too. This doesn't take a degree or anything like that. You basically find people like Ricky and Blue Blue Bee Prints that have really good files, and you purchase the files and then just have fun. And usually when I print like this is 2 sets that I printed off because of these 2 figures. I actually have a bunch of the stuff from Ricky already printed and over here in like cases. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing with Blue Bee because I'm really digging this this torso. This torso is money. I'm digging it. But you let me know in the comments what you think about it. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Give me a like on it if you did. I'd really appreciate that. Helps the channel, helps the algorithms, blah, blah, blah. If you're new to my channel and if you enjoy this type of stuff, do me a favor. Consider hitting that subscribe button, but make sure when you subscribe to turn on notifications. That way you'll know when I drop videos and things like that. If you want to see how this progresses, because typically this will be the first picture I post is something like this of an ideal, and then I'll do finish. So if you want to see more of this as the progress proceeds, social media, that's where you'll find it in the description. Click more, there it all is. Follow me on social media. When I post photos, I post them on Facebook, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Instagram, all of them. So if you have a personal preference, you should see it. I'm there. Just find me and give me a follow. And finally, please always remember, customizing and making your own toys refreshes your soul. And I'll see you next time.